Enjoy this beautiful spot nestled in the Laurel Highland Mountains, just a few miles outside of Ohiopyle on Farmington, Ohiopyle Road. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
Nature's Pickins.
This is the place to be. Farm living is the life for me. Land spreading out so far and wide. Keep Manhattan, just give me that countryside.
Nature's Pickins.
This is the place to be. Farm living is the life for me. Land spreading out so far and wide. Keep Manhattan, just give me that countryside.
Nature's Pickins.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Michelle Higbee from Nature's Pickins, located on 464 Connellsville Street in Uniontown. The phone number at the store is 724-438-4211. That's 724-438-4211. The phone number here at the show, if you have any questions for myself, give me a call at 724-438-4593. 724-438-4593. Let you know a little bit about Nature's Pickins. We've been open 45 years in business. We're located on 464 Connellsville Street in Uniontown. Our hours are from Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, Saturday, 9 to 3. That's Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, Saturday, 9 to 3. Close, on Sundays, of course. Have some different sales going on at the store. Nordic Naturals, of course, has some of their Ultimate Omegas and their Ultimate Omega combinations on sale this month till the 21st. So today is the 16th, so you got 5 more days before that sale goes off. But like the Ultimate Omega-3 with CoQ10, their cholesterol support, which is Ultimate Omega red yeast rice and CoQ10. That formula sells very, very well. We get some very good results with that formula with cholesterol support. So if that's something that you're having an issue with, you might want to stop at the store and check that one out. That is our number one cholesterol selling supplement, besides the cholesterol rice by Blue Bonnet is another one that has the different formulas, red yeast and CoQ10 and plant sterols and some different things, panthenine in it. It's a very good combination as well. So, and then their Ultimate Omega with their curcumin. If you're dealing with inflammation, that might be one that you want to look at. Omega-3s are definitely have the research out there on being an anti-inflammatory. So when you combine it with curcumin, which is turmeric, the active ingredient in turmeric, you get even better anti-inflammatory effects. So that might be something that you want to take a look at. So just remember that all of those are on sale right now. They'll be on sale for the next 5 days. The 21st will be the very last day of the sale. So make sure that you take advantage of those sales. Solaray has different things on sale, like their Collagen Bone Complete. It's on sale. Some of their vitamin C's, their magnesium glycinates, their magnesium taurate, their berberines. Different ones are on sale till the end of the month. Blue Bonnet has their targeted choices, like the urinary tract, the blood sugar, the blood pressure, pain and inflammation, their liver detox, which is doing very well. A lot of people are doing detoxes and parasite cleanses and things like that. So their Blue Bonnet targeted choice liver detoxes also on sale. Also the adrenals, the thyroid, those are on sale as well. Their stress formula is on sale also, so you want to take advantage of that. Okay, so for pretty much 3 weeks, we were talking about pain and inflammation, or a lot of information out there on pain and inflammation and what you could use to help with that situation. This week, because of the weather breaking, spring has sprung. I don't think we need to worry about snow anymore, even though the temperatures are going to drop a little bit. I'm hoping that the snow situation is gone. But, spring has sprung. Well, when that happens, so do pollens. So I thought maybe that I would talk about seasonal allergies today, and what happens when spring has sprung, and all these pollens and tree pollens and grass pollens and flower pollens and ragweed and even different ones like goldenrod and so forth. Different people are allergic to those as well. These trees and grasses and weeds and even different mold spores can trigger so many different symptoms for people. Sneezing and sinus issues, congestion issues, whether it's sinus congestion or respiratory congestion, itching and watering eyes, itching the back of the throat, just, runny nose. I mean, there's just so many things that symptom-wise that we seem to experience when these pollens from these trees and weeds and grasses and so forth, spring their blooms. Those pollens just go flying through the air, and we end up with these different symptoms, and it can be pretty miserable. I know that I have personally never had allergies the last 2 to 3 years. I have definitely become more sensitive to different, like when I'm cutting grass, all of a sudden I'll run over something and it's like somebody just lit something up in me and my nose will start running and I'll start sneezing. I've never had any of those situations ever before in my life. So I know that, your body changes, every so many years, and it just so happens, this happens to be my change of seasons. And I know that a lot of people can be very miserable. My nephew gets extremely miserable this time of the year with allergies and so forth. Erin has allergies the length of her arm, written down, how many things she's allergic to. As she's getting older, I do see that she's not having as much of a problem with them, but I will say that I give her quercetin every day to help with those symptoms, and it definitely does help. Molds are one of those things that a lot of people have problems with as well. Those mold spores get in the air, get in your ductwork. That can be an issue as well. And I know that a lot of people will buy over-the-counter antihistamines like Claritin or Zyrtec or Zizal, any of those type of things to help with the allergies. If you don't want to use those things for your allergies, there are things in the natural realm that can be used, just like I said with Erin and the quercetin. So, a couple things that you want to consider when it comes to the allergies as far as even your house, cleaning the ductwork is very beneficial. Putting in allergy type filters in your furnace for your air conditioning and things, those can be, very important and can help and work very well. Using dehumidifiers to help reduce allergens such as like dust and mold. That can also help. So there's some different things that you can do aside from like antihistamine type things or even natural supplement type things in your house that can help you as well. So keep that in mind. Also, I know those allergy filters are a little bit more expensive, but they do work. I know that I use them personally in ours, and you definitely notice a difference as far as the air and breathing it and not having such an issue with the allergies. Different things that are known to help with on the natural realm with allergies. Of course, things like spirulina, quercetin, vitamin C, pycnogenol, butterbur, different essential oils. So these different things are what we're going to actually, I keep saying we are going to, but I'm going to be talking about today that you can use to possibly help alleviate those symptoms of your allergies. First of all, the ancient secrets, just, so a lot of people do like the neti pots and things like that to help with the sinuses and clearing out all those pollens and cleaning the nasal passages. Ancient Secrets has one that's called Breathe Again, and it is a seawater nasal spray. We sell a lot of this one. People really like it. They say that it cleanses. I guess I'll show it here on the camera. It cleanses the nasal passages. The seawater helps with the inflammation in there as well. So we have a lot of people that use that particular one. You can also do a neti type pot to do a sinonasal, irrigation and kind of clean that area out. Butterbur is one of those herbs that has been known. Primarily, I know that I've seen a lot of research, and we sell a lot of butterbur for migraine headaches. But it also has been known to help with, if you're having problems with like sneezing and nasal problems and from your allergies and nasal congestion. The butterbur has a real good track record with helping with that situation. Bromelain, everybody I think knows about bromelain, and bromelain comes from pineapples. It has anti-inflammatory effects, to it. A lot of people will use bromelain in between meals to help with, inflammation. So that is something that you might want to keep in mind when it comes to using bromelain, that it has anti-inflammatory activities. So some people will use it in between meals, like for pain and inflammation. So that might be, it's an enzyme that helps, it's a proteolytic enzyme, so it helps break down those proteins that can be causing certain damage to the tissues. So bromelain could be one of those that could help you with allergies as well. Honey, they always usually recommend if you're going to use honey, use local honey. Unfortunately, I used to have local honey on stock. I don't anymore. I need to find a supplier. Mine sold all of his hives because of illness that hit himself and his wife. So if any of you are out there listening and you know of anybody who has honey available, for me to stock in my store, for people, I would love to know that. If you call the store at 724-438-4211, and let me know if you know anybody that has any local honey, that they're not raw, unpasteurized local honey, because if you heat it, you're killing all those good nutrients that would help with allergies, for example. So if you know anybody that has any honey, please give a call to the store, 724-438-4211. But local honey has those pollens in it. So if you're having allergies, I'm going to say wives' tale, but it does really work. Honey, if you take it in small amounts, eating it locally, getting those different pollens and stuff, and it's called a desensitization. Your body, just like you would get allergy shots to build your body's immune system to it, taking the honey small amounts with those pollens in it can get the immune system to react and build antibodies to those pollens. So a lot of people will use honey locally to work with their allergies and so forth. So keep that in mind as well. Quercetin, like I said, quercetin is one of those favorite things that people use. I couldn't tell you how much quercetin we sell. Aaron, for example, the one that I'm showing, is called EMIQ. It's a bioactive quercetin. Quercetin is very hard for the body to break down, so manufacturers have manufactured it so it's bioactive, it's bioavailable, so that it breaks down and utilizes very easily. The EMIQ is the one that Aaron uses. I use myself. We sell a tremendous amount of that one. There's been quite a few studies on quercetin. 2022, there was a pretty decent sized study that was done using quercetin to see whether it would help with allergy symptoms, and they found that it did definitely help with itching eyes, sneezing, runny nose, congestion. Quercetin, there was a huge study that was done on quercetin. I'm going to put my glasses up. In pharmaceuticals in 2023. And of course, quercetin is found in, many different fruits and vegetables. For example, broccoli, cauliflower, onions, capers, dill, fennel, even bee pollen, okra. It's a flavonoid that is found in these fruits and vegetables. It has numerous health benefits, including antioxidant, antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, antiviral, and even anti-cancer properties. It's been extensively studied. Its strong antioxidant properties enable it to scavenge free radicals in the body, and free radicals is what can cause damage in the body, and it helps protect against cellular damage. So quercetin's anti-inflammatory properties involve inhibiting the production of inflammatory cytokines and enzymes, making it a very good inflammatory, anti-inflammatory. It also exhibits anti-cancer effects by inhibiting cancer cells proliferation and inducing apoptosis. And like I said, this is in the Pharmaceutical Journal, July 18th of 2023. It talks about quercetin and all the things that it has been found to do. Like I said, it's got a tremendous amount of antioxidant benefits. So it's going to help protect you against free radical damage. And, just showing you in the camera here all the different research that's been done on quercetin. There's a tremendous amount of research, even still ongoing, on quercetin. Here's and just the research that's been done anti-cancer activity-wise. There's a lot of research on that as well. So quercetin, even though we're talking about allergies today, has other, benefits as well. Antibacterial, was used to show that it actually had some benefits with H. pylori. A lot of people with H. pylori, they get, the stomach ulcers. So, that's staphylococcus, so quercetin can help with that as well. Antifungal activity. And of course, like I said, the anti-inflammatory effect as well. When you're looking at even, sinusitis or, allergenic rhinitis, you're talking about those tissues, swelling and becoming inflamed and then causing a problem, even breathing or itching or just pain or so forth. So that anti-inflammatory effect that it has on those passages, is a good thing. Antihypertensive. They did one particular study with quercetin and found that it could possibly help lower blood pressure. It's just amazing how much information is out there. Like I said, anti-allergenic, the flavonoids that were found, excuse me, in these fruits and vegetables, quercetin being one of those flavonoids, found that it was inhibits the release of histamine. And what does histamine do? Histamine is what causes all of those nasty, symptoms. So it will inhibit the release of histamine. Anti-asthmatic. Quercetin, I've read this several times, how quercetin can help people with asthma. Once again, I believe the anti-inflammatory effect. So it can help, support, healthy sinus and upper respiratory function. And the research is out there on quercetin and EMIQ. It's a powerful flavonoid for seasonal, support. If you're having those, scratchy nose, watery eyes, sneezing, itching, quercetin might be the thing that you want to take a look at. I've had people that have had different inflammatory, like rashes. They couldn't, no matter what they were using, they couldn't seem to get any help with it. They would start using quercetin for, maybe their allergies or something, and they found that it helped that situation as well. Once again, I think that's in the fact that it's inhibiting the release of histamine, but it is also having that anti-inflammatory response. Get the inflammation down. Your body seems to handle these situations a lot better. So, it's EMIQ has also been shown to support cardiovascular health by increasing the formation of nitric oxide by cells lining blood vessels. Nitric oxide formation supports healthy blood flow and blood pressure levels. So I think that's where they find with the blood pressure. So keep that in mind. That, you know, EMIQ, quercetin might be one of those that you want to, give a shot. Oil of oregano, a lot of people, use oil of oregano because, it helps to encourage a strong immune response. So, your body's immune system is reacting to these allergens. Oil of oregano could be something that could help with that reaction, helping support the immune system, supporting the respiratory health. So keep that one in mind as well. Natural Factors also makes a liposomal quercetin, which makes it more highly absorbable and bioavailable, to the body. So that's one as well that you can give a shot. Vitamin C, of course, I think vitamin C is one of those that we don't produce it. So we need to put more vitamin C into our bodies. So our body needs vitamin C. And, for putting it in, helping boost your immune system is a good reason that it may have that antihistamine effect. If you do it with citrus bioflavonoids, you're going to get some of that quercetin, so you're definitely going to get that effect as well. Pycnogenol. Pycnogenol is another one. It comes from pine bark. There's been lots of studies out there on pine bark and how it can help you with, like hay fever, for example, which is nothing but an allergic inflammation, the nasal airways that causes that, the hives or the itching or the rhinitis, the mucus production, all of that. We call, no matter what kind of allergy it is, a lot of times it's, instead of somebody saying I have seasonal allergies, they say I have hay fever because it's first of the spring and then in the fall. It's not necessarily just hay fever. It could be grass, it could be trees, but it's sometimes I think we just use it in that response. Animal dander is another one. Dust is another one that can cause all these different releases of histamine if you have an allergy to them. Pycnogenol was found to inhibit the release of histamine from mast cells, which cause the aggravation of the irritant. So pycnogenol can definitely be one of those things that you could add. The book, Dr. Pescatore, and wrote a book called The Allergy and Asthma Cure, notes that the trademark pycnogenol is especially effective at easing itchy, watery eyes and runny nose. A study that was published in Phytotherapy Research, the allergy patients who was supplemented with 50 milligrams twice daily of pycnogenol had significant improvements in the symptoms of hay fever by reducing their eye and nasal symptoms by 32 or more percent. So that's, a tremendous amount, percentage of reduction when it comes to your allergy symptoms. Pycnogenol was also shown that it normalizes the immune response that can starve off harmful inflammation, such as in asthma and hay fever. Published in the Journal of Inflammation, the study showed that 200 milligrams daily of pycnogenol lowered the activity of the nuclear factor kappa B, the immune cell trigger for inflammation. Dr. Hoger explains that the immune cells in the bronchi perceive harmless substances as foreign, provoking an inflammatory response. Pycnogenol, 200 milligrams daily, lowered that response. So, pycnogenol is definitely one of those that you can look at for adding it. It also has other benefits as well, not just with allergies. I've seen pycnogenol used in studies with asthma. So that could be one of those things you could use with that also. So, so there's so many different things that can be used. One of the other things is serrapeptase. Now, serrapeptase, the nice thing about it is it's kind of like bromelain. It's an enzyme. It's called the miracle enzyme or the super enzyme because of how it works in the body. It's a proteolytic enzyme, meaning that it breaks down proteins, prepared under highly controlled conditions. The enzyme has a litany of benefits supporting healthy inflammatory responses, so you can take it in between meals as well, like the bromelain, stronger than the bromelain, but it can have the effect of easing acute minor swelling, reducing ear and nose mucus buildup, and then just the inflammatory response as well. Serrapeptase is a tremendous enzyme, but it can definitely be used to help to treat pain and inflammation. It can help to lower the risk of atherosclerosis and heart disease because it has a fibrinolytic properties. It helps to treat respiratory infections such as sinusitis and bronchitis. Lots of different things that serrapeptase can do. I have a couple people using serrapeptase right now for the pain and inflammation, and they tell us they're getting fantastic results with it. So that's something that you might want to keep in mind also. And I know I'm giving you a lot of different things, and that's the one thing nice about WMBS. You can go back and you can listen to it again. So if you miss it, pull it up on Facebook and you can listen to it again, because there are different things that you can use. You don't have to use over-the-counter antihistamines if that is something that you don't want to use. Homeopathic, there's different homeopathics, and I know that I talked last week about, sciatica and the inflammation by Newton. Homeopathic remedies used for pain and inflammation. They also can, have Newton homeopathics for pollen and weeds and allergies. And the inflammation one can also help as well. So you can use these things in combination. So say you're having the symptoms of pollen, you could use the homeopathic pollen pellets under the tongue, or the liquid I brought down today, the liquid, and it helps with the spring and summer type allergies and the symptoms like the sneezing and the itchy watery eyes, the sore throat, the itchy throat, the sinus properties caused by the the pollens, and then the allergies helps with the congestion, the swollen glands, maybe the stomach upset, or the maybe a rash. Maybe you get a rash, or the rhinitis with the runny nose. So you can use those two in combination. If they work any way similar to the sciatica, I cannot see any problem at all with it working. The sciatica is got to be the number one homeopathic that we have sold in years that has gotten absolute fantastic, tremendous results with. So if the pollen and the allergies do anything near what the sciatica does, if you're having allergies and you want something extremely safe with no side effects, the Newton Homeopathics is absolutely the way to go. The other thing is essential oils. You know, a lot of people, I talked last week also and the week before about essential oils and how they can help in different situations also. They can help with, you know, breathing, opening up the sinus passages because you do the aromatherapy. One recipe that they talk about is using 1 drop of chamomile and lemon, putting it on like a tissue. You could add lavender to it for calming, and breathing it in to help with that. Also, you could do chamomile and geranium rather, and lemon, maybe add some clove to it or peppermint oil. These all have anti-inflammatory effects to it, so helps with the breathing. The lemon is really good to help to relieve some breathing issues. Now, you can also put it in a bath. You could inhale it. You could put it in a diffuser, you know. So there's lots of different things. Some people will put it on their wrist and just keep smelling the wrist. We also have those nice little necklaces up at the store also that are really nice. You put the oils on the little pads and put them in the necklaces, and then you could just lift up the different ones and smell it. It has all of those wonderful oils available to you. There is many different things that you can use allergy-wise for essential oils. Ravinstera is one of those oils that a lot of people will try. Frankincense. We talked about frankincense last week as well. Eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is one of those that helps to open up the breathing passages. Some people will mix it with peppermint and to use to help to open up those sinus and breathing passages. So keep essential oils in mind because they can be very, very beneficial when it comes to allergies also. And like I said, you could, you know, put it in a bath or just, you know, breathe it by putting it on, you know, a tissue that way. Lemon's one of those. I really like lemon because lemon, it not only, you know, helps to clear the sinuses and help with the congestion, you know, from the allergies. It has that nice, clean, energetic smell to it. So when you smell it, it gives you a highlighted like feeling. I love lemon for that reason. There's also, you know, doTERRA carries, and so does our acacia, a lemon eucalyptus. So you could get the combination in one bottle and use it to help with that, to help open, those passages, because that's what, eucalyptus has, those anti-inflammatory properties. So if you use the combination, you could get both of those in one bottle. And like I said, you could, if you're real miserable, run a nice hot bath and put some of those in it, and you could breathe it, that way as well. Now, some essential oils, animals have a problem with. So if, make sure that if you do have animals, whichever ones that you're using, if your animals are real curious or whatever, you want to make sure that you keep them away from those. But, there's so much information out there online. You can double check these things before you purchase them and make sure that they're not going to have a problem for you or for your animals. But for you, I don't think you'll have an issue with them. But cats, for example, real curious animals, and some things can be toxic to cats, especially to cats. I know Nantucket spider, we've had them on several times in the past, and they make different formulas for natural insect repellents, and they do essential oils. And all of their essential oil formulations are animal friendly. They make sure that whatever they're using in their formulations are not toxic. They actually make formulations specifically for animals, like tick formulas, and so forth, that have essentials. It's all essential oils. So you just need to make sure that no matter what you're using, that it is safe if you have, especially cats, to help you. Okay, so that's the essential oils. The other thing is stinging nettles. I brought that down too. Yes, stinging nettle blend. That's a good formula. Also, stinging nettle has some really good anti-allergy types of effects, because it inhibits the inflammation that triggers the allergies, because it's blocking those histamine receptors and enzymes that cause the reaction. Stinging nettles has also been known to help with arthritis and joint pain, prostate health. That's probably what most people, think about when they think of stinging nettle, because they've been shown in different studies to help with BPH, which is benign prostatic hypertrophy, and help with enlarged prostate, basically. So, that's probably where most people think of stinging nettles, but it has fantastic allergy relief properties to it as well. Stinging nettles is very beneficial in a lot of different nutrients. It has vitamin A and C and K and B vitamins. Has lots of different minerals like calcium and iron, magnesium, potassium, silicon, which helps strengthen bones and so forth. So stinging nettles can definitely be one of those that could help you with those itching, watering eyes, because it's going to help reduce that inflammation that's causing those, symptoms of the arthritis or of the allergies. So this particular formula here is a combination that has the stinging nettles in it, the different parts of the stinging nettles, so you're getting more of a complete formula with all the properties of the stinging nettle. Definitely has been shown to help, allergy like hay fever, once again with reducing inflammation. It's also been shown to help with lower blood pressure, help with blood sugar. So there's lots of different properties to stinging nettles also. So, in recap, we talked about the homeopathics, using those like the sciatica by Newton's, the allergy and the pollen and weeds may be your way to go. Quercetin, we have in a liquid, also in the EMIQ, we have it in the liposomal formula. That could be the way to go, like Aaron and I use. Lots of people use the EMIQ Butterbur. Very good for migraines, but also good for allergies as well, helping and stop that release of the histamine. Pycnogenol, the Ancient Secrets, Breathe Again, the seaweed nasal spray. Any of these things you could use if you're having the dreaded allergies, this spring allergies this year. Take advantage of any of these things instead of antihistamines if that's your way to go. Keep that in mind. So with that, I know I get to leave early, maybe, because the ball game's coming on. So talk to you next week.
The Pittsburgh Pirates pregame show on WMBS is brought to you by Goodwin Como Attorneys at Law. When you need award-winning local attorneys, look no further than Goodwin Como. Righting wrongs, securing justice.